Hello, guys. Welcome to today's story drops with Mr. C. Today's story is Thank You Man by Langston Hughes, a very prolific and popular African American author who wrote a lot about the African American experience in the early 1900s. Today's story centers around a woman who gives a man, or a young boy, I should say, a second chance. The woman in the story, her name is Miss Jones. And on her way home from work one day, she finds that a young man named Roger is following her and then decides to try to mug her and take her purse. She does not put up with that and is like, no, and smacks him with the purse and actually even kicks him in his seat pants, as they say. But then she decides she's going to take him home. She kind of scolds him, says, "Your face looks dirty. I'm going to take you home and give you, a washcloth so you can wash your face off." And she decides she's going to feed him and kind of lecture him and maybe see if she can't turn this young man around and help him. So through the course of her going through and cooking for him and giving him some food, she's trying to find out, why'd you want to do this? He says he wants $10 to buy some suede shoes. She says, there was a time when I would have, wanted some money for something that I would have maybe done the same thing as you. And she's trying to explain to him that, don't do that, because if you buy something with ill-gotten gains, if you buy something with stolen money, like a pair of shoes, it's just going to burn your feet. In the sense that, that's something that stays with you and that is a bad habit that's just going to hurt you in the long run. Throughout the course of the experience back and forth with Mrs. Jones and Roger, he has an opportunity a couple times to kind of run, maybe try to steal her purse again. But, by the end of their interaction, their back and forth, he realizes that, she's not that bad. She's actually pretty great. And then she does something that's very surprising. And what she does is that she reaches into her purse and pulls out the $10 and gives it to him so he can buy those shoes. He's dumbfounded to the point that he's thinking, what? And he doesn't say anything. And she just kind of stares at him and is like, okay. And so after a minute of them both kind of just staring at each other, like, okay, okay. She lets him out, closes the door. He stands on the other side of the door for a hot second and kind of mutters, "Thank you, ma'am," under his breath. And then he leaves. And we are assuming he goes and buys his suede shoes. And I suppose there's multiple themes that could be drawn from this, but I think the biggest one is probably if someone is good to you and gives you a second chance, pay that forward and give somebody else a second chance. And you never know. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.